Hey guys, so welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a video about Mother's Day gifts, and I really just want to get right into it because I'm excited, so let's go. So Mother's Day is definitely a little bit harder this year because we're not really able to go out and do anything. So my gifts are going to be things that you can either order online and then create at home, or just like order online as a gift in general and then give to your mom. The first thing I want to talk about is painting, and I've kind of been working on different types of paintings where you kind of create like basically just like a head. You kind of do like a self-portrait but without the facial features, and I really wanted to share this with you guys because I felt like this was a really easy way to make and paint a gift for someone, but a really easy way to make your painting kind of look good without messing it up by adding other intricate features is by just creating a face with no features and then adding the hair, which is a pretty fun and easy thing to do. You can kind of like experiment with that. I was thinking of making my mom something similar. So what I'm going to show you guys is basically the portrait that I made, and it's looks like me. It wasn't intended to be myself, but we can just say it's me. And I thought, you know, you can create one like this with a partner next to it, which could be your mom. So the materials I had were the paints, the paint brushes, and then the canvases. I got all my supplies for $50. I bought them with a gift card I had. You really don't need to spend a lot of money. I honestly think I may have bought too many canvases, so I think you can get them for cheaper anyways. So that was my first gift, is kind of just painting a picture for your mother. The next thing I wanted to talk about was something else I've kind of taken up recently, and I took up mainly for this video because I really wanted to incorporate it, but that's embroidering. The materials I had were an embroidery ring. I cut up an old pillowcase. I used thread from Amazon, and it was friendship bracelet thread. And then I had a needle. You need your scissors. If you don't want to draw out your own design, you probably need an iron and the iron-on transfers, which are a lifesaver, and I really recommend getting it. So if you really don't want to put too much effort into drawing your own design, I would say head for the transfers if you can. So the first step for embroidering is to have material that you can embroider on. So I used an old pillowcase and put it inside of the embroidery ring, and I made my own kind of craft out of that. But you can also put a t-shirt in the embroidery ring, but you obviously wouldn't keep it in there. You would just take the embroidery ring off, and then you would have a t-shirt with embroidery on it. So the next thing that you want to do is either iron on your transfers or draw on your design. I decided to iron on a transfer because, yeah, I mean, I have to. But I decided to iron on a transfer, so I took my transfer paper and I ironed that on. Super easy. So after you iron on, you want to put the material into the ring, secure it, and then you're going to start threading your needle. The thing with thread is I actually learned that you want to actually split it. I split mine in half every time I threaded. That creates like a thinner line. After you thread the needle, you obviously have to make sure both ends are equal, and then you want to tie those ends. You don't want to tie it close to the needle, you want to tie it far away. And then you start from the back and you kind of pull up and then go back down, and you want to follow the line of the design. So after you do that first thread, when you come back up again, you're going to notice that you have a gap, and what you're going to do with that gap is you're going to take the needle and go backward, and you're gonna put that needle back through there so it makes a line that kind of goes backwards, and that is called back stitching. Another trick is that when you have leaves, so for me I made a leaf design, so when you have a leaf you want to make a line from the end of the leaf to the top of the leaf, and then you want to do your stitching all the way down kind of in the direction of the grain of which the leaf would go. So after I was done, I made this embroidery ring into a Christmas ornament. I celebrate Christmas, but if y'all don't, you probably can just use it for anything you want to. Whatever holiday you celebrate, if you want to make it into an ornament for that, go off. Or if you just want to make it into an ornament for fun, that's also a really good idea. I just basically took a piece of string I had, I took a thick piece of it and I just tied it at the top, and then it was an ornament, and I cut the excess fabric around the edges to make sure it looked more clean, and I'm gonna hot glue these to the inner circle on the inside of the ring. When you're done with one of your designs, or you want to move on to another design or another part of your design and you don't have enough thread left, you shouldn't have enough thread to do the whole design all at once unless it's super small. When you're done, you want to tie the back. When you put that needle through and you flip your ring over and you look at the back and all that thread back there, it's gonna kind of look like a mess. But you want to take that needle and you want to put it through one of the threads, and then you're gonna kind of create like a little loop by doing that, and you want to put the needle back through that loop, and that's gonna create a knot. Alright, so the last gifts I wanted to talk about were, of course, skincare. Alright, so I have the Then I Met You line here, and basically the reason why I thought that this would be probably the best skincare to get for your mom for Mother's Day is because Then I Met You is all based around Jung, which is the Korean word for like deep connections and love that you feel for a person, a place, or a thing. And also, I mean, just like their formulations are fire, they never fail, so why not get your mom something that is like foolproof and just a really great and luxurious formulation. In terms of money, I feel that the skincare line is on the more middle-ish high end. I think that if you're looking to spend around $50, you can definitely do this with 1 to maybe 2 products. It really depends on what you mix and match, but ultimately they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different products, and it's their toner, essence, 2 cleansers, and then their most recent moisturizer. So I really love all of their products. Nothing really failed for me, but what I really want to talk about are my 2 favorite ones, and let's go over that right now. So my 2 favorite products, and the ones that I recommend that you guys might want to snatch, and I think these are actually ones on the cheaper side. So this is the Living Cleansing Balm, and then this is their toner, the Birch Milk Refining Toner. So both of these I love, I think, the most because they're more geared towards dry skin. The reasons why I feel like these ones would also be the best for Mother's Day is because they are just such luxurious formulations and packaging. I really love this cleansing balm formulation because it has olive oil in it, and this will not clog the pores, but if you do have oily skin, I would say that it might be a little uncomfortable because it's a little bit thick in its formulation, but it's not going to clog or cause more oil for sure. But if you're uncomfortable with certain textures, I would give you a fair warning on that. This one is just beautiful for any skin type, honestly. It's perfect for those of you who have dry skin to really help and get rid of dead skin cells because it has glycolic acid and birch milk. And also it's great for oily skin because it's not overbearingly heavy, it's not a heavy toner, and it'll really just reduce inflammation, especially if you have acne, and hydrate the perfect amount, not feeling too sticky or like filmy on the skin. So those were kind of my 3 types of presents that I would probably get for your mom. I tried to keep it sort of like affordable and then a little bit more on the expensive side, middle ground if you guys like want a spectrum. If you're looking for the cheapest option, I would definitely go with embroidery because you probably will find some needles and thread hanging around your house, so all you need is the embroidery rings and some old fabric or an old t-shirt. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped you guys out, and leave any comments down below for questions, video recs, just anything you want to know. Bye. It's easier said than done. That guy, nothing to live throughout.